First car up is our 1966 Dodge Charger 426 Hemi 4-speed.
We're going to try to find out if Dodge offered this car in the NASCAR package.
It's undeniably a beautiful car. From the minute it showed up here, I thought, even though I'm not like this 66 Charger fan, that first generation isn't my cup of tea, where do you stand on them, truthfully? Like them, don't like them?
They're okay. I'm not a love it, hate it. It's okay.
It's a little of that Marlin-ish look, and it's
Exactly.
like, I think Dodge was just trying to find that spot, you know, with the fastback and everything, and obviously they perfected it in '68, because I don't think anybody's done better, but looking at the car and just basing it on a quick visual walk around, it's a clean car.
Very.
I've looked at it a couple of times just glancing, and I think that it's probably been repainted once, because I don't think, number one, it'd be even physically possible with a car being out in the elements to have that much
No, I mean, look at the condition of the chrome, all the die casts.
They were lacquer
pitted.
paint back in '66, so or the early days of enamel.
But this was garage kept. You could
But
see
look at
that.
the stainless steel, look at the moldings. It's a very good, clean, original car. Before we start looking at any of these cars, the very first thing we always do is read the VIN, the vehicle identification number. On a Chrysler, it tells you everything. So we want to make sure that, number one, it's a real, live Hemi car.
Right. Got to make sure it's in.
Now, you're not as good at the numbers as I am, but you go ahead and read that.
I'll give it a shot.
But you can see better than me.
Okay. XP29H6.
That is a 426 Hemi.
Yep, and H is the engine designation in 66.
Which I've never understood is such a perfect designation.
They had it right the first year.
Yeah, the very first year of the 426 Hemi.
The street Hemi. The street Hemi.
First year of the street Hemi, they used an H to designate. Did they do the same thing in the 64 race Hemis?
It wasn't in the VIN.
Oh,
the VIN only told you it was a V8.
Oh, that's right, it was pre.
The VIN only told you if it was a V8 or 6-cylinder.
Calling the fifth digit of the VIN would be really easy. If you had to guess, if my daughter was out here asking her, what do you think the fifth digit is? She'd probably guess H, because that makes sense.
Right.
But they didn't. In '68, they changed it to J, and in '70, they changed it to R. Why?
Mark, I got to get you there. 67, they changed it to J.
67?
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't matter. They changed it. That's the point.
Well,
Okay, this is more of that negativity thing.
It's facts, Mark. I can't argue.
Anyway, it's a factory 4-speed car. Would you agree with that? That car, that interior is immaculate. I believe 100% that interior is 100% original. Look at the patina, look at the age, look at the carpet.
It's original carpet. I just checked.
By the mohair on the back of it?
Yeah, the yellow mohair instead of the gray.
Weird looking stuff.
Yep, it's original.
And that smells like an old Mopar. But look at the condition of the dash.
Yeah, and that's a.
And this one's optioned with the factory rally gauge kit, which automatically tells you that it's a 426 Hemi.
Not really.
So.
The rally gauges are standard on all Charger.
Not the 150 mile an hour speedometer in the
Yes.
jack.
Yes. That's,
Well, see, okay. Why build two dashes?
no, it was a special car. These were really going to have the turbine engines in them. It was a high-end car. It was a mid-year car too, and it has these quarter scoops.
Which later got a little bit reversed and went onto the doors of the cars. You know,
Yep,
that little
on the
style on the
68 Charger.
68?
And these got put on the 67 Dodge Cardette quarter panels.
Right. A lot of influence. It's funny to see things evolve.
Exactly.
The fastback top, they kept that in the 68. They just inset it a little bit.
They tunneled it.
Yeah, they tunneled
Like the
it.
66 and 7
Well, I
GM
prefer
mid-size
inset,
cars.
but if you want to go with tunneled, you can do that. You know, you say tomato, I say tomato. We know it's a nice car. We know it's a Hemi car. Really, I guess it's here because the owner wants to be able to take it across the auction, the big dollar auction, you know the one I'm talking about, and say, this is a factory, one of 85 NASCAR program cars. Have you heard of it? NASCAR program car.
No, the only NASCAR program cars I'm aware of are the Daytonas and Superbirds. I never say never, but
You don't say never with
I'm
Mopar.
not, but I don't have a lot of confidence in it.
Okay.
This right next
This
to us.
spoiler, that's NASCAR only, right? That is definitely a NASCAR-inspired
Right,
spoiler.
that's definitely NASCAR inspired, and believe it or not, this was these came with a handful of these first generation Hemi Chargers only. It wasn't installed on the assembly line. It was installed at the dealership. It came with the car, but not installed on the assembly line.
But it came in the trunk of the car.
Yes,
like
it
the
came with
headers
the
on the
car.
D-Barracudas and stuff.
Right, like the D-Darkudas, the headers were with the car.
See, I didn't know that. Again, you're a little sharper on this older stuff. This could have been just a
you could
Hemi
say it
car
like
that would have
that.
had it. Well, I did say it like that. All Hemi cars would have came with this at least in the trunk, or even optional in 66 and more mandatory in 67.
Not all of them. It was limited. There weren't a lot of Hemi Chargers made, to start with.
Right.
And I think it came later on in the initial 66 offerings of the Hemi cars.
250 in case you're wondering with a 4-speed.
Right.
That's the kind of stuff that probably... The other things that struck me as total plausible NASCAR. Number one, I've got a book, pages from a book, excerpt, where this car or one just like it was featured and is branded as being a factory NASCAR.
Right.
Now, I'll just say that. I'll say that. The wheels definitely look like that NASCAR style wheel
Yes.
back in the day. It's got the oval holes on it, right? It's the extra wide. That looks right. Look under the hood. Don't hold your judgment back, because I know you're just waiting to shoot holes in it. Have you ever seen that?